Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Nailatul Fitroh, and here I want to share to you about the article entitled Pragmatic Inference, Levels of Meaning and Speaker Accountability by Alison Hall and Diana Mazzarella. This article discusses about how a person can be held responsible for the meaning they communicate. Its main focus is the difference between information that is explicitly stated and information that is merely implied. The central question of this article is a speaker more responsible when they directly convey false information than when they merely imply it? And for the background of this article is, in everyday communication, people often convey more meaning than the literal words they speak. Listeners must draw inferences based on context. Therefore, in pragmatic stance, not only from linguistic structure, but also from social interpretation between the speaker and the listener. For example, I attended a 1-year intensive training course on data analysis. Literally, the speaker is only stating that they attended the training. However, in the context of a job interview, the sentence may imply that they possess strong statistical skills. If it turns out they failed the training, the question arises, are they lying or merely misleading? In this article, there are 3 key concepts. For the first one is speaker meaning. Speaker meaning is the meaning the speaker intends to communicate, whether directly or indirectly. And then for second, commitment is the speaker's level of commitment to the truth of the information they convey. The more explicitly the information is stated, the stronger the speaker's commitment to that information. And the last one is accountability. Accountability is the responsibility or social consequences the speaker faces if the information they communicate turns out to be false. In this article, accountability is measured through reputational costs, that is, whether the listener is still willing to trust the speaker after learning that the information was false. And then, we are going to talk about the levels of the meaning. This article distinguishes several levels of meaning. First, what is said, which is the meaning stated explicitly. For example, Mary is ready for the interview. For the second, explicated content, which is explicit meaning that still requires contextual enrichment. For example, Mary is ready. This sentence needs pragmatic completion. Ready for what? In the context of an interview, the listener concludes that Mary is ready for the interview. For the third, implicator, which is the meaning that is merely implied. Example, you should interview Mary first. This sentence doesn't state that Mary is ready, but it may imply that she is indeed ready. And next, this article is talk about completion and expansion too. This article also distinguishes between 2 forms of pragmatic enrichment. Completion occurs when the listener must fill in the meaning so that the sentence becomes complete and can be evaluated as true or false. Example, Dave has had enough. The listener must fill in enough of what? In a hospital context, the meaning could be Dave has had enough medicine. And then, expansion occurs when the sentence is already complete, but the context expands or clarifies its meaning. Example, Amanda and Bill got married and had children. Pragmatically, the listener might infer that they got married first, then had children. Yet that order is not explicitly stated. This article is conducted 2 experimental studies. And because of that, there are 2 findings. For the result of study 1 showed that speakers were perceived as more accountable when conveying false information explicitly compared to when they merely implied it through implicature. Participants were more likely to continue trusting an information who provided only an implicature than one who stated the information directly. However, there was no significant difference between what is said and enriched content. This means that as long as the meaning is still included in the explicit meaning, the speaker is still considered sufficiently accountable. And the result of study 2 is specifically compared completion and expansion. In the context of deception or intentional misrepresentation, the results show that the type of pragmatic enrichment influences accountability. Speakers are perceived as more accountable when false information is introduced through completion rather than through expansion. This means that if the speaker's sentence does indeed require completion to be fully meaningful, much of the responsibility still falls on the speaker. However, if additional meaning arises through expansion, the listener is seen as having a greater inferential role, thereby reducing the speaker's responsibility. And from the results, here is the discussion of the article. The findings of this article show that accountability is determined not only by whether the information is true or false, but also by how the information is communicated. The more explicit a meaning is, the greater the speaker's commitment to that meaning. Conversely, the more implicit the meaning, the greater the room for the speaker to avoid responsibility. This is what is called plausible deniability. Namely, this possibility that the speaker can deny that they truly intended to convey a specific meaning. For example, I didn't say Mary was ready. I only said you should interview her first. With this strategy, the speaker can maintain a distance from the meaning interpreted by the listener. And this is the last. For the conclusion, the main conclusion of this article is that speakers bear greater responsibility for the meaning they communicate explicitly than for the meaning they merely imply. What is said or completion is high accountability, expansion is moderate accountability, and implicature is the lower accountability. Thus, this article demonstrates that in communication, the choice of linguistic form can influence the extent to which a person is considered committed to. and responsible for the meaning understood by others. And that's all for my presentation. I apologize for any mistakes in my words or my explanations. Last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.